As you were speaking, I've received another question from still young, but more young at heart, gentleman who is 40, around he's 40, 45 years old. Has quite some experience, in social impact work, doing a lot of volunteering activities, raising funds, and he would like to work in an international organization. But, he has multiple doubts about it, like, for example, how to manage family and commitment to be working in such a high demanding organization. And then, choosing career. Do you have any advice?
Yes, very, very important, because the World Bank used to do surveys of the staff, attitude survey. It's called the staff attitude survey. And what it meant that the bank management wanted to know how we see the bank ourselves as employees. But among the questions that bothered the bank the most was a question that said, does the World Bank work affect your family life? And was the worst answer of all the questions of that questionnaire. That means, like me, divorce and many, many other things. But because at the time, I'm talking about my time at the World Bank, we function by products, by outputs, by deadlines, because if, let's say, Romania needs $200 million in 6 months, we need to do the work to justify $200 million to that. It's an international bank. It's not a charity organization. So you have to do a lot of work. But in addition to that, you need to establish a way to manage the productivity of your time. In the management of the productivity of your time, it is fundamental to manage your leisure, your free time. This is very crucial. When you stay with your fiancé, with your husband, with your children, how do you manage, to spend the time that is needed, the time that is fundamental to keep the family, at that level? To be with crutches, no? Where you are an excellent professional, but your family life, your personal life is terrible, it doesn't work. It's very difficult. It's very heavy. I remember one time I was traveling a lot, and I was coming from Canada. I did a lot of stops, and then the last stop of my mission was in Canada. And I said, what do I take to my son with my name, Alfredo, little Alfredo. Now is a 50-year-old Alfredo. But I come with this incredible chocolate bar, and I come to the car. They picked me up at the airport, and he didn't want to talk to me. He was very offended, 3 years old, that he would not see his father so often. So at one point, he was so mad with me that he turns back to me and said, next time when I travel, I will bring you a chocolate bar. The signal was absolutely clear. So the point you're making is fundamental. It's not only at the World Bank, it's not about only the World Bank, it's about every job that you have. Today, even you could be without a job, unemployed, and you don't know how to deal with time and your family. The family problems surge not only on hardworking people. Sometimes it hits most people who are very unorganized, they are not centered, they have no purpose in life, they don't go, into a direction where they are committed, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to preach about this, only to say that family life and professional life needs to be in equilibrium. If it is not, it's a problem.
Thank you so much for your reply. I'm sure it was useful for the person who asked the question.